Basil Carlo arrives in Los Angeles with a dream and a secret. He calls himself Clay now, a new name, a new life. Once, he was in Gotham, and there, the world knew him as Clayface. Here, he was just another face in a city of masks. Some days, he serves tables. Other days, he chases the ghost of stardom. At the Sunset Chateau, he drifts among the dreamers. One of them, a fellow struggler named Corey, a comedian, both chasing auditions, both chasing survival. Inside a cramped audition room, Clay stands before the camera, trembling with emotion. He gives everything: pain, loss, heartbreak. His voice breaks as he says he's been a mess, that he's lost the person he loves. He ends with one word: it's love. Silence follows. Then the assistant director sighs. She wants something lighter, brighter. She calls it a love story, tells him to pep it up. She doesn't want grief. She wants charm. She tells him to bring out the heart, even though the character, as she admits, has murdered people. She wants comedy from tragedy. Clay protests and punches the table as she waves him off with a fake smile, saying they'll be in touch. Outside, Clay tells everything to Corey. He asks if it went that bad, and Clay's eyes burn. He spits venom about the industry, how it thrives on empty performances, how directors chase hollow imitations of truth. Corey listens quietly. Suddenly, Corey's phone buzzes. He looks down, eyes wide. He got the part. But the joy curdles fast. Corey laughs that it's ironic. He landed a comedian role, something that he never thought he could pull off. But suddenly, Corey's laughter fades. He calls Clay's name, softly, unsure. Clay looks up, his face twitching. His skin ripples like wax under heat. Then, it collapses. His body liquefies into a thick brown mass that oozes and writhes. Within seconds, the man called Clay is gone. In his place stands something else, something monstrous. Clayface. The creature reshapes and a new face emerges, Corey's. The real Corey is shoved into the trunk of a car. The lid slams shut. Clay drives away, wearing his friend's smile. Now, with Corey's face, he feels unstoppable. He returns to the film set to play the part. The director is there this time. The conversation starts polite, but tension simmers. Then, it breaks. The argument explodes. Words sharpen into weapons. The director mocks. Clay defends. Tempers rise. The room fills with hate. Later, Clay sits alone in the vanity room, defeated. Makeup lights hum above his motionless reflection. The assistant director bursts in, furious. She tells him he's done, fired. Clay doesn't reply, and then the skin ripples again. Clayface awakens. The monster reaches forward, and when it's over, the assistant director's face is his. The screams begin. The studio becomes a slaughterhouse. Clay, shifting from one face to another, stalks through the corridors. Every mask he wears drips with blood. No one can tell who he is until it's too late. Assistant directors, crew, actors, all fall. The set burns with chaos. In the end, he finds the director cowering in the shadows. Clay leans close, studying the terrified man's face. Then, he takes it. The last switch. The final act. But fate interrupts the performance. A call comes through. The studio head, Harry. Clay, now wearing the director's face, meets him. Harry delivers the news. The film is canceled. The dream over. The words spark another rage. The argument grows violent. Then the clay stirs again. Harry's voice ends mid-sentence as Clayface engulfs him. When the monster straightens, it's Harry's face that Clay is wearing now. And now, the show must go on. Clay, now Harry, throws a grand party. Old friends arrive, laughing, drinking, unaware. The lights shimmer across faces he once knew. Clay, being himself, plays the host perfectly. His smile never cracks, until he sees her, Kat, his beautiful co-star. He flirts, charms. For a moment, it almost feels human. But under the warm light, his skin begins to drip. Small at first, then worse. The mask is melting. He panics, excusing himself before rushing away. Outside the hall, guests are whispering. Harry's assistant is asking where the studio head, Harry Silverman, has gone. Clay's mind races. He needs to move. He needs to hide. Then from across the room, a voice calls out, deep, calm, familiar. Bruce Wayne. Clay freezes. The noise of the party fades. Only that voice remains. And in that instant, Basil Carlo, the actor, the liar, the monster, realizes the curtain is about to fall. I wouldn't hold your breath. As far as I can tell, I flew across the country to meet a man who isn't even attending his own party. You're Bruce Wayne. Wow, what are you... Gotham's on the other side of the country. My family built the city, son. It doesn't mean I can't leave. I'm not here for pleasure, actually. Well, not exclusively. I'm representing the Gotham Commerce Authority, after all. If they're telling his story, they've got to film on location. The Ghost was a kind of hero of mine, actually. Folk hero / boogeyman. I loved the old serials. I assume this new version will be a bit more violent, but that's just with the times. Hell, if they keep this up, the sky's the limit. Batman, the movie. Can you imagine? That's great. In that instant, Clay slips into a flashback. The streets of Gotham return, wet, cold, endless. Batman is right behind him, silent but closing in. Clayface runs through the alleys, his body melting and reforming, desperate to hold shape. The cape cuts through the rain. A blow lands, ice cold and brutal, shattering his chest. The pain is sharp, alive, unbearable. Mr. Wayne, if you'll excuse me... You all right, kid? I'll be fine, thank you. Enjoy the party. Everything's fine. Clay rushes to a hidden corner, trying to steady himself. But the other faces won't stay buried. One by one, they surface, twisting, whispering, arguing. Soon, he's talking to them all, trapped in a conversation with himself. You're gonna be one of those actors? You're an inspiration. You're not. You know exactly what you are. Trash. I'm not trash. I'm a star. Clay rejoins his friends, trying to act normal, but Kat's question cuts through it. She asks about Corey. Clay freezes, his smile falters. A moment of silence stretches too long. Then, he decides he can't keep pretending. He needs to tell them. He starts slowly. He says his real name, Basil Carlo. Confusion turns to fear. They all know the name. They know what Clayface has done. Kat steps forward, desperate, asking about Corey, about his talent, his warmth, his dreams. Something inside Clay snaps. His body ripples, reshapes, and Corey's face appears. He screams with that face, voice twisted with rage. Gasps echo across the room. People stumble back, terrified. To calm them, Clay morphs again, his body twisting into the form of Harry Silverman. But it's too late. His friends are beyond reason. One of them grabs a broken bottle and plunges it into his stomach, only to watch the glass pass clean through, vanishing into a swirl of brown sludge. Clay roars, his shape collapses, chaos explodes. Guests run for the exits as Kat fumbles for her phone. Her voice shakes as she calls 911. Behind her, Clay loses control completely. A storm of faces, screams, and molten clay tearing the party apart. No! No, no, no! You don't understand! I'm doing everything right! I put in my hours! I deserve this! I'm anyone! I'm everyone! Why shouldn't I get the role? It's my turn! And finally, Clayface emerges. No. 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 I'm not going back! This isn't. It's not your city! No clouds. No Dark Knight! This is my city! My city! Why did you have to bring the rain? It's not like you think, Batman. Everyone smiles, but they're not smiles. They're knives! Serrated teeth, and lying mouths that sell whatever can imagine. As long as they get a tap out of your veins along the way. You think I've hurt innocent people, but spend a moment here, Batman, and you'll
You'll see the truth. They only look innocent because they've taken classes on it. There are no friends here, Batman. No community, just stepping stones. Little fish gobbling up everything smaller. This place deserves this me, Batman. Don't you understand that yet? It deserves me! 9 people, Basil. 9 people in one day. Nothing else matters. Shut up! No, Basil. I've been silent too long. Let you go on your way. Hoped you'd listen to the voice inside. But I see now. There is no voice inside. You're wrong! I'm everyone! I'm anyone! Which means you're no one. Corey Jameson, Beatrice Hess, Rebecca DeSalia, Ali Kashai, David Stellis, Jamisha Monroe, Paul Baldera, Max Taylor, Harry Silverman. It was their story. You're just acting. And finally, Batman catches him. The fight ends in silence. Clayface collapses under the weight of ice and shadow. The monster is contained. Then it cuts back to Clay's apartment. The same white walls, the same gray carpet. Faded sunlight slips through the blinds, painting thin lines across the empty room. Everything is still lifeless, untouched. Somewhere far away, inside a hidden prison, Basil Karlo sits in the dark. Still an actor, always an actor. His stage is now a cell. His audience, the 9 lifeless faces of those he murdered. They stare back in eternal silence as he performs for them. One final show that never ends. And that was the tragic story of Basil Karlo, the man who became the monster. A performer lost inside his own performance. If you liked this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more dark tales from the Gotham Chronicles.